Hey everyone, Presale here, your second favorite Uniswap ape. So in today's video, we're going to be covering Smartswap, which is a really interesting upcoming project that's garnered quite some hype. And I'm sure many of you have heard of it because basically all the pool groups you're in have had the deal for Smartswap. And that's because they are raising quite a hefty sum of money. But considering what they plan to do, it's got a good risk reward in my opinion. As you can see, the hard cap is 16 million based on the tokenomics I have at the moment. I'll go through that a bit later, more in detail. So to start off, let's have a look at their Telegram group. So as you can see, 1,500 members online. They do have other chat groups like Discord and Twitter that they advertise more on their website. But it's decent and it's still early, so I think that's going to pick up decently. So next up, if we have a look at their website and see briefly what they are about. So as I say, one-click slippage free cross-chain swap. And slippage free is the keyword there because at the moment there's no exchanges that really offer that where you don't have any slippage. Obviously slippage is when you can make a bit more, bit less on the trade depending on what the price changes to and your slippage tolerance. So that is a really interesting feature that they're going to have. And as they say, unlimited liquidity with centralized exchange and OTC decentralized bridge. So some more features of a Smartswap, 100% cross-chain. So as I said, you're not going to have to wrap the tokens, no sidechain, no light chain, no validators, 100% true one-click swap between blockchains. Then 100% value match. So you receive new crypto equal to the exact value you sent with zero slippage, 100% safe, so it's not a hot wallet, no deposits, no accounts, no custodial wallets, 100% reimbursement of your gas fees, which I think that is also amazing since a lot of people are having problems with gas fees at the moment, just incredibly high. 100% free license, so you can build your own Smartswap at no cost. 100% anonymous, you don't need to KYC, anything like that. Scalable and 100% decentralized with a governance style that they're going to have where you obviously can vote in the future of the project. So as I say, Smartswap is the first smart decentralized exchange, SDEX, and so far the interesting sounds very proud, I must say. And they've got an interview here with the team, so it's a public team. Yoda is a developer which is very well known and it's got a really good reputation, so that's also very important. Then next up, before we go through a few things in the white paper, MXC, which is quite a popular exchange, although I wouldn't say one of the better ones, but it's still a decent one. They say they're going to be the first major exchange in connecting, to list smart, I presume. And one also important thing is that DAOmaker invested in Smartswap exchange. And DAOmaker is really a top tier launchpad, so if they do launch on that, that's also extra bullish material. So next up, let's have a look at the white paper. A few things I wanted to go through. Firstly, the zero volatility swap platform. So this was what we were going through previously, briefly with regards to the reimbursement of the user fees and gas costs. So there will be no user fee and gas costs. As I said, it's going to be reimbursed in their token, in the smart token. And how it works is the swap works by letting users choose a token they want to swap, token A, and selecting a receiving token, token B. And unlike a decentralized exchange, the automated market maker or centralized exchange, Smartswap asks users the USD face value of the token they want to swap rather than the token amount they want to receive. Then as I say, Smartswap users don't choose the value of token A or how many token B they want to receive. They take an average of the current market price across the multiple exchanges, as I say, all in one click. Then if the user sends 1,000 face value of token A to receive token B, there's no possibility that you receive 999 or 1,001. It executes the order with the same face value. And they say in the case of an unmatched swap, the Smartswap alters the order to receive less of tokens B in order to match the face value. So it'll always be the same amount that you're swapping for. So as they say here, they give some examples. Bob wants to swap 1,000 token A for token B. Smartswap executes the order and sends Bob exactly 1,000 of token B. Then if you want to swap $1,000 of token A for B, at the time of swap, only $500 of liquidity is available. Smartswap will execute half of the order. Obviously, that's half of 1,500. And you get 500 token B, then the rest will be pending until there's liquidity for it, and if that token goes up in value, you will get the new value. So you're not going to lose out, you know, because you try to buy it and the price went up. You'll still get the price at which the liquidity becomes available, basically. Then it's going to be one-click cross-chain, as we went through already. It's going to be initially across BNB, as it says here, BNB and Ethereum, and ERC20, BP20. And as time goes on, it'll be with all the various blockchains like Casper, Tezos, Tron, Holo, and so on. Then it's going to be two-click Bitcoin cross-chain. So for blockchains without smart contracts, like for example, as I say, BTC, BCH, the process allows users to send orders to the Smartswap without knowing who the counterparty is and without any time pressure to claim the order. And then it requires 2 clicks to swap, 1 to approve, and obviously the second to swap. Then next up, I wanted to go through their fees and information on it. So as they say, fees are incurred for successful swaps, and they are 100% reimbursed with their token, the smart token. The total fee on transactions, as I say, 0.3%, and 80% is utilized to buy back smart while adding liquidity to the market by rewarding users for swapping, and 20% goes to the Atom Foundation maintenance to market the swap. So that is a big chunk of the fee, obviously 80% going to buy back, which normally, well, increases the token price, of course. So overall, the idea seems very pro if they can pull it off. And next up, let's have a look at the tokenomics, which is where, to be honest, I'm not 100% bullish on smart. But like I said, the idea has a lot of potential, so it could kind of negate the downsides of the tokenomics. So total pre-mint, almost 2 billion tokens, and this is how they're all allocated. So if you have a look at how it's allocated for the pre-sale and public sale, if you consider these two as the initial circulating supply, because how it's going to work is these are the prices. So for IO, pre-sale is 0.01, and listing price exchanges and PDO is 0.02. So if you take the listing price, and there's no lock, but there will be a 90-day staking period where you won't have access to the tokens. No one will, pre-sale or public. And after those 90 days, it will be fully unlocked. So if you consider that fully unlocked amount of these two added together times this price, you get a $16 million initial market cap, which is really high. But of course, if they can pull it off, that has chance to pump. And another thing to note is at these prices that you're paying for the pre-sale and public, you're forced to stake it for 90 days. And over these 90 days, with including your rewards, your final price will be about 0.005. So it lists at around 4x the price you're paying for these sales. So that's another factor to consider that makes it a bit more bullish to invest in the pre-sale. And another interesting thing they're going to have is a dumper shield. So obviously, if people receive tokens at a discount, they'll be tempted to dump. And what it will do is the dumper shield allows investors to sell or trade their tokens through a gateway. The tokens behind the dumper shield cannot ever be sold below the average market value. Investors can sell their tokens at or above the market value only, and the gateway swaps the tokens using Smartswap and AMMs. So if you want to sell the tokens at a discount, it doesn't affect the prices on pools, or exchanges or anything like that. So that's a really interesting mechanic they're going to have that will prevent the dump, so to speak. But who knows? There's going to be a huge amount of tokens fully unlocked on one day after those 90 days of staking. And you know what happens when that happens. I mean, there's a giant red dildo. So you have to be careful about that. That's one thing to keep in mind. Could be opportunity to buy the dip on that day. Obviously, who knows how the market's going to be in 90 days as well. Crypto moves quick, anything can happen. So then they're also going to have flexible 10% APY staking. And this is, as I went through, all the smart tokens from presale or PDO will be locked for a minimum of 90 days. And since no one, not even the founders, has smart available, the pools will be utilized to buy and redeem smart. And they predict that the smart listing price will go up. Obviously, without a doubt, it will go up because all the tokens are basically locked almost. So there's so little tokens in actual circulation before these 90 days. So who knows what's going to happen to the price, but you have to be careful, obviously, when they're all unlocked. You know what can happen, so you have to be careful. So overall, Smartswap is a very interesting project. I will give it a pro. Obviously around the tokenomics there's a bit of uncertainty and shakiness, but everything else is pro. So let's see on Tinder if they think it's pro as well. So for this video I'm swiping in Salzburg, I think that's how you pronounce it, in Austria. Let's see what they have to say. So first up, Sophie. I said, do you prefer with or without slippage? And she said without. I said, damn, that's pro. Smartswap will be the exchange for you then. She said, so what exactly are you talking about? I said, Smartswap, no slippage, so pro. She said, all right. Next up, Ines. I said, should I invest in a crypto project called Smartswap? She said, yes. I said, I like that you're bullish, I'll do that. Then Sophia, choose a number between 0 and 100. This will be how many X Smartswap will do. She says 74X, which is actually very pro, I must say. Verena, I said, should I invest in a crypto project called Smartswap? She said, yes, I did, but I'm still at work. Oh, that's because I said if she got the message, Tinder was being a bit buggy. She said, I would go for it. I said, well, this is more important than your work, but thanks, I'll ape in. Then Annie, I said, choose a number between 0 and 100. She said 69X, so pump it. Then Julia, I said, should I invest in a crypto project called Smartswap? She said, no. I said, damn, why? She said, save money, do not invest. I don't know about that advice. I mean, that's super bearish. How can you make more money if you don't invest it? I don't know, but that's her advice. Vendula, do you prefer with or without slippage? She said with. And I actually got confused. I thought she meant like with what? I said for trades. And then I realized and I said, oh, you meant with slippage. Then Smartswap is cuck for you. You know, they without slippage. Then Z, I said, should I invest in a crypto project called Smartswap? She said, you're asking the wrong person. I said, yes or no? And she said, no. So, wrecked. But she said she's the wrong person. So maybe that's bullish. So that wraps up my review on Smartswap. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. As usual, subscribe to the channel. Always appreciate that. Join my Telegram, Twitter. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.